This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
Just hours ago, the man accused of shooting a volunteer football coach appeared in a St. Louis courtroom. Tonight, the suspect's brother and a parent of a football player say the accused shooter acted in self-defense. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush. Ann Allred has the night off. Our Christine Byers was in court today and has new information on this still developing story.
The shooting happened at Sherman Park in North St. Louis October 10th during a practice for a youth football team. Police say Daryl Clemens shot coach Shaquille Lattimore 4 times because he was upset his son wasn't a starter on the team. Lattimore spoke to 5 on Your Side Wednesday.
He kept shooting me, man. Shot me 4 more times while I was on the ground. No unarmed black man. Shot me 4 more times.
In court Thursday, Daryl Clemens' brother said the coach had a gun and his brother fired in self-defense.
It wasn't over my nephew. Shaquille handed his gun to a friend of his and told him to hold the gun. So him and my brother had a fist altercation. And when he felt my brother got the best of him, he asked his friend for the gun back. In the midst of him getting the gun in his hand, my brother shot in self-defense.
A man who had his son at the practice backed up Jason Clemens' claims. He asked not to be identified, fearing retribution.
They're putting an innocent person in jail for where the coach started this.
The witness says the coach walked off the field during practice to confront Clemens.
He should have stayed on the field.
And Clemens repeatedly told the coach to leave him alone.
Why you being the coach and you teaching them right and wrong, but you go do wrong? Do that make sense? No, it don't.
Clemens' brother says Daryl Clemens co-founded the Bad Boys football team 12 years ago. He stepped down from coaching when his own son joined the team 2 years ago. And Jason Clemens says he doesn't know what all the arguing was about. Christine Byers, 5 on Your Side.
In court, the judge noted Clemens has no prior convictions, but did not let him out on bond. His next court hearing is scheduled for November 22nd. A DoorDash driver is charged with attempted rape. Police say Treve Gaines forced his way into a woman's apartment in North St. Louis County during a food delivery on Tuesday, removed her towel, and groped her. He's also accused of FaceTiming her while performing a sexual act. He was later arrested. We reached out to DoorDash. A spokesperson says the company is appalled by the allegations and is fully cooperating with the investigation. Forced out of their Brentwood home in just hours. Tonight, renters and owners at the condominium complex Brentwood Forest are furious. Several of them had to move out after inspectors said their building was unsafe. Our Justina Cornell joins us live from Swallow Drive, where this all happened in the last 48 hours. Justina.
Yeah, Mike, so we actually learned about this story from a 5 on Your Side viewer tipping us off. She's actually a tenant in that building. Now, we've learned that tenants received this letter on Tuesday around 3 o'clock, and they had to leave their home by 6. So in a matter of 3 hours, they had to get their belongings and find temporary housing during that time period, which they don't know how long they will be out of their home. Some tell me that they're living with friends. Others are living in a hotel, paying out of pocket. Danger signs on the door signal disruption at Brentwood Forest for units 1561 to 1575 on Swallow Drive.
The condo association didn't call me at all. I heard from my tenants that they were getting put out and they had like an hour notice.
A new management group called Community Property Management took over recently and handed this letter to tenants on Tuesday. The letter said plumbing issues a couple of weeks ago revealed the back of the foundation wall of the building. That's when an engineer was called and found the level of deterioration caused the condo building to be unsafe. After the city agreed, an immediate evacuation happened that very same day.
It's been really hectic and chaotic and really disheartening, especially for my 2 tenants that are just stuck without a home.
The abruptness appalled 2 condo owners.
There has to be a better plan for everybody to stay.
They were basically thrown out and put on the streets. There was one kid living in his car Tuesday night, at least that I know of.
Now the 2 say it's been a problem for some time.
We knew that there was an issue, but we thought the issue was resolved.
There were signs there and they weren't they just didn't do their job.
For the time being, tenants are without a home and the owners are without answers.
Who's going to be responsible for, paying for living expenses for the tenants and for the owners, and who's going to be responsible for loss of rent? The owners have called Community Property Management, which is the management company for Brentwood Forest, at least 20 times, and nobody's received phone calls back.
within the 45 minutes ago. We actually just learned from the property management. They gave a summary a little bit about what's going on here, but really they said they'll provide updates as soon as they get them. As for a timeline, tenants do not know when they will be returned back home. Reporting in Brentwood, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.
Tonight, the St. Louis Zoo staff is mourning the sudden death of one of their elephants, and now a tiny dog is getting the blame. 5 on your side's Tracy Hinson explains.
It was not anybody's fault. There was a loose dog, but it just wasn't anybody's fault.
Joining me from a veterinary mission in Nicaragua, Dr. Stu Robson from Wildwood told me that stress may have caused the 27-year-old Asian elephant Ronnie to die.
They did a necropsy, which is like an autopsy on animals, and there's some preliminary indications that there was possibly an underlying heart condition.
The zoo says Ronnie was inside eating dinner when a stray dog ran near the elephant barn outside. The area is not open to the public. The elephant that was outside got nervous and started to call for the others. Even though she was inside and never saw the dog, Ronnie called out for the others and collapsed.
From the initial indications, it appears that caused a cardiovascular event, and the elephant passed.
One thing that did surprise people was how a large animal could be afraid of such a little animal, but to the vet we talked to, it wasn't a surprise at all.
Very surprised, of course. Very. That was shocking. Yes.
It is not uncommon. There's a fight or flight kind of mechanism that all animals have.
For elephants, their response can be mixed.
If there's something that's not normal in their environment that startles them, that can trigger that. And if you have some underlying cardiovascular disease, sometimes the consequences of that can be quite devastating.
The zoo's elephant care and animal health team tried to revive Ronnie. She died Friday afternoon. Tracy Hinson, 5 on your side.
A zoo spokesperson told 5 on your side that keepers and staff are taking some time to grieve.